May 12th, 2017. I hope you guys have been enjoying the pictures. These are all pictures I've taken since May. And now I've gotten some new equipment because my old equipment got hacked when I had plugged it in and I was on the Wi-Fi. I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know. It was weird because I'm usually not even put that stuff online, but anyways, it is what it is, and I was able to get better gear, and I think that's a good reason why the pictures are a little bit clearer. Today I took a couple pictures in the morning time, and it looks like there's a new installment up there, and like I've told you before, and I can prove it from past pictures until now that they've been adding on to this thing. I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's like they're building a town up there. But anyways, I noticed the chemtrailing too is stepped it up because we'd rarely get chemtrails, and unless like a HARP or next rad system would pull the clouds into it. And I also know there's always a group of clouds that gather around this simulator. I've said it before, this thing is highly magnetic. I know this because when I hit my window, and what I call the window is when the sun simulator, and it could be even something in a high altitude base maybe, there's something extremely magnetic because when it hits the window, that's when it's closest to me, and that's when I get the really good shots. A lot of my equipment will go haywire, and especially like the Sony CyberShot. And when I try to take a picture directly, where point it anywhere in direction in to the sun, and it bends the screen, and it distorts the picture and all kinds of stuff. And it acts like I don't know if you ever put a magnet to an old tube set TV. It kind of does that to the screen, so I know it's magnetic. And I try my best to show you guys the craft that is leaving to and from this simulator, and it's I don't know, station, high altitude base, atmospheric base, whatever you want to call it, that's attached to the sun simulator or that's riding around behind it. They're craft that are coming to and from this thing. So with this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the zoom in that I've caught and was able to zoom in for you to show you what kind of crazy stuff is flying around this thing. It is insane. If you just heard me talking, you would think I was a lunatic. You have to look at these pictures. They move so fast. I've uploaded a lot of videos with them, but they're so they're much smaller than the simulator that it's hard to see. But they're the little points of light that are flying to and from this thing like crazy. Once in a while, you'll see a big one or a close-up of one, and they're so fast it's hard to see. And some of them you can tell are manned aircraft, and some of them have to be some type of drone or something. I have no idea what it is. They're huge. They're huge, and they gather around the simulator like they're getting energy from it. And I'll try to slip a couple of the photos in there. Like I said, from a distance, from as far away as I am getting it, because I'm only using an 8x zoom lens a lot of times. That's another reason why I know this thing's so close, is because when I use the bigger zoom lenses, it's too much. And when I use the smaller zoom lenses, between 8 and 12 seem to be the best. But with that, you're not able to zoom in on the craft as well. But with the Sony CyberShot, because it's the pixels are so great on it, and I mean most of my gear is right around 10 megapixels, 8 megapixels. The Sony CyberShot, I want to say it's a 10, but it's just something about the clearness of the photos that I get. I'm able, whenever I catch a craft with that, I'm able to zoom it in really, really well, and where you can make it. The other ones tend to, you can make the shape out unless it's really close. It'll look like just like a little point of light a lot of times. So it's really hard to get them because they are so fast as well. But I'm gonna leave you with these photos. Not so much the magnified photos, but like of the pink sun sets in the red skies, and that's brought on by the cloaking technique they use. It's I've said it before, it's an old spy satellite technique they used to use to hide the satellites in like war and stuff like that, for the opposing enemy not to see their satellites. And that's what they're using on the simulator and this high altitude base to camouflage it, as well as, you know, the clouds and chemtrails and all the other crap they're trying to use to hide this thing. And you know, eventually they're not going to be able to hide it much more. I mean, there's more and more people. I'm getting, you know, comments all the time. People are getting this. I'm not the only one, and it makes me feel good. There are other people that are seeing this and documenting it as well. The numbers are picking up on the subs. Super. That's awesome. I'll try to stay on top of my videos and all that. I work a lot. I'm a really busy person, and I got to go out and take the photos as well. And then I got to put them through the computer, and I do a lot of stuff manually. I'm not real good with the computers, I guess, yet. I mean, I know how to get by with them, but you know, and too, my equipment kind of sucks too as far as my computers go. Pretty outdated stuff, you know, Windows 7 and 10 and crap like that. I think my laptop's like from like 2010. But anyways, so, you know, I don't get real high tech with anything. I'm just giving you the pictures. I do a little talk to kind of let you know, what's going on and the information that I have. I really prefer not to talk, but, you know, it gets pretty boring if you're just looking at the pictures, and sometimes new people don't know what they're looking at yet. So it is a sun simulator. I do this every day. I take pictures of the sunset 95% of the time. Sometimes I'll take a picture of the moon. If there's a pink sunset, I'll document the moon if the moon's out. That way you can see the reflection. That way you guys know this is all in the atmosphere. Okay? That's another thing you have to understand. This is all in our atmosphere. Y'all take care. Keep looking up. Document it. Share it. Get it out.